Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of The Sims 3. Today we're going to be taking a look at Create a Sims and this wonderful character that I created for this new series. Here I'm repurposing an old character that I made back last year. His name was Youngblood, and I gave him a new name. You know what the name is? This female version of Nikolai? Yeah, Rendora. Because creativity, am I right? So I had a ton of fun going through and picking out different things, and I think she turned out really well. Most of you probably hate her nose. I like funny noses on the characters I make. Like, every once in a while, I want to not have a Barbie nose, and I want to go with a weird looking nose. I don't know why. Hers just points way down. It's kind of like, Gru from Despicable Me? She kind of has a nose like that. So, I don't know if you saw this, but our character here is a vampire, because I'm on some kind of vampire kick these past few days. Couple weeks, I guess. I don't know why, just sometimes I just go vampire crazy. And I know, gosh, it's 2 whole months before Halloween, and you're already talking about vampires and stuff. Okay, I know, okay? It's just, vampires are year-round. That's what I think. I think Halloween should be, like, every day of the year. Okay, maybe not. That'd get kind of dull. But I really love Halloween. That's my favorite holiday. It's better than Christmas. I know some of you might be like, oh my god, no, nothing is better than Christmas. But for me, being able to dress up and be someone else for a day is so cool. It's just my favorite thing in the world. Especially if that something's kind of creepy and spooky. So, obviously we've got a very classical kind of looking goth type look. Her skin tone is such that I wanted to make sure that she could pass for not being undead. I remember when I made this character last year, the preceding character, I just wanted a vampire character that would blend in enough so you just think he was goth. And that's basically what I did here. I just changed her face around a little bit. And I love the hairstyle. It's a very Veronica Lake type hairstyle. Just so pretty. And she's got these cool tights. I don't know if you saw, but they've got this little line in the back that goes straight up the calves. Oh, is that gorgeous? I love those tights. I wish all tights had that little line. It just looks so cool. And, I have an evil, genius, ambitious designer. I thought about being a paranormal profiteer, and I was like, I don't want to be a ghostbuster. I want to tell people that they are wearing what you don't wear. Like, I want to tell them that they're zeros. And here I was remodeling a trailer. I wanted it to be a little cottage with, a bit more European. Of course, my poor vampire is out in the sun here. I'm surprised she didn't just burn up. That's because it's paused, you idiot. I know. But if it wasn't, somebody would be a steaming pile of ash. It took me a while to pick out the perfect siding, so I went with this kind of cottagey look, and it took me a long time to just perfect the texture. Again, one of those other little things that I absolutely love about this game is that you can customize pretty much everything. And, so it just, it ends up looking pretty cool, trust me, I think. I'll do a before and after thing at the end of this, once I figure out how to do that. It's also pretty important. Do you guys have a game that you just keep on coming back to every once in a while? Because for me, The Sims, it's one of those games that you've just got to go back. I mean, a lot of sandboxy games are like that. And, gosh, each time I get back into The Sims, it just takes up all my time. But it's not where I feel like I'm wasting it, like with a lot of MMOs, or that I've got to be in some competition with other people. It's more like a you do whatever you want creative thingy. And it's so easy to get lost in those types of games for me. Because that's really what I love to do, is making things look pretty. I love making things look pretty. I might not be very good at it, but I certainly do try. I think this house turned out pretty cool, all things considered. I don't think I even used the testing cheats thing. At least I hope I didn't. Hope I didn't do the ka-ching thing where you cheat in money. I didn't have a whole lot of money left over when I got finished. 'Cause, this takes, oh boy, it takes a lot of money. Let's see, what else did I do? It just looks so European, so, I don't know. Yes, here I was trying to, do that thing where you take a brush and you paint stuff and then you get rid of the outside. So it looks like there's a purpose for the stuff there. The inside is pretty much a variation on the same outside type of theme. Again, it just took way too long picking out wallpaper. Like, why do I spend this long picking out wallpaper? None of this looks good. None of it. Burn it all. Just burn this whole house to the ground. I'm sick of it. And then, I figured it out. Eventually. A lot of stuff, like anything else, is trial and error and gosh, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? That sort of thing. I ended up with the bedroom just totally getting rid of the windows, so those will be gone. I liked the torches. Some little wall lights. And I moved the trash can and stuff like that. Oh yeah, the roof decorations. Oh, I love these. Of course, I had to customize them so they matched with everything. Because you can't have non-matching roof decorations. I think those decorations were from Dragon Valley, if I'm not mistaken. somebody probably knows these knows these little expansions better than I do. Yeah. There's a lot of little shrubs and stuff, and I settled on some lavender, because I don't know, I like the look of lavender. It's a very pretty plant. It has this kind of peppery smell, and it's nice. It's very nice. I love the smell of lavender. I was like, what do? I need some plants. I need some plants over here. You cannot have a cottage-looking house without a bunch of plants. That doesn't make any sense. Nothing is the right height for these plants. What am I doing? But yeah, the lavender, eventually, I don't know when, I'll figure it out. Probably just so frustrating watching this back. Like, okay, I know what you ended up with. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Pretty much. Just a couple of rocks and some lavender. I felt like that kind of, even though the house is totally out of place, because this is, the world here is Starlight Shores, so, which is basically LA. So, a European cottage might look a little bit out of place. Maybe just a tad. But, I liked it, and I felt like my character would like it. I mean, of course she would. She's like a mini-me, except a vampire and goth, and she doesn't really look anything like me. Plus, I have no artistic talent whatsoever. Okay, so she's nothing like me. So, I don't know what I'm talking about. That pretty much sums up my life. I don't know what I'm talking about. My deathbed. I mean, like, to any of you future people out there, like, when I die, I want that on my tombstone. She didn't know what she was doing. No freaking clue. Especially if I die in some horribly tragic accident. I don't plan on dying, but you can just... Didn't know what she was doing. I did a similar thing. I'm surprised at how similar this build turned out to the one I did just yesterday. And I don't know if you guys will see that, because I don't know. I'm waiting until I have the vampire expansion for The Sims 4 before I do anything with that. I mean, it looks really cool to me. Of course, I always wish that things were more like Vampire the Masquerade vampires, because that's like, nobody can improve on that. I highly doubt anybody can. Just one of my favorite vampire universe thingies. And I guess the only one second to that would be Dracula. Or maybe Buffy. I don't know. Dracula or Buffy. Have any of you guys seen the classic Dracula, the one made in 1931? Oh gosh, that is such a cool movie. In my high school acting class, I actually, for a monologue, I did Renfield's speech, where he goes, "Rats! Thousands of them! Millions of them! All filled with red blood! Oh my God! I don't want your stinking spiders! I don't want your stinking flies! I've moved on to rats, man! Rats are the best!" That was a lot of fun. Anyway, what? Things cut out for a second? I don't know what happened there. Sorry. So yeah, a lot of reds and blacks and darker colors. I'm surprised I had enough money to do all this. You know what I wish? You know, with the testing cheats, I wish there was like one more little notch between Ka-Ching and Motherload. Like maybe one with $5,000 instead of just $1,000. So you could just have like a little bit more money, but not so much that you feel like, oh my gosh, when am I ever going to spend this? That concludes that part. Now it's time for my favorite part, before and after shots. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below or a comment, and I will see you guys next time.